Formula One is probably one of the most dangerous sports in modern day times, and especially in its past before current life-saving technologies such as the halo ring that are on all cars that you see today in racing or Formula One racing. It was extremely dangerous. There is honestly no better man to stand as an example of how dangerous this sport can be than Niki Lauda. The Nürburgring was almost an infamous track just for how dangerous it was. Everybody knew it was an unsafe track just because of the length, the turns, the speed, everything. And before the race, Niki Lauda insisted that the drivers protest this dangerous track and not race. However, with his best efforts, the race was still on, and this would surely be a day that went down in history. Imagine Lauda's situation, driving on a track that he knew was extremely dangerous, but at the same time he was so familiar with it, and suddenly making one small error that resulted into his car spiraling out of control into a nearby wall, and on contact with that wall breaking out into flames, all while he was sitting back on the middle of an active racetrack. Stuck in a burning car for 55 seconds, Lauda had no safety officials, no emergency teams nearby to get to him and help. It was in fact 4 fellow racers who managed to pull Lauda from the car, but not after he suffered serious burn-related injuries. Initially, Niki Lauda's condition was deteriorating while he was in the hospital, but after making a miraculous recovery, he returned to the track 40 days later to finish out the 1976 season. During the last race, Lauda retired after only 2 laps due to heavy rain and unsafe driving conditions, which led to him finishing second place, being only 1 point behind James Hunt. So after miraculously cheating death at the 1976 German Grand Prix at the Nürburgring, he returned to the sport, and in total Lauda won three Formula One driver championships, 2 of which were after his crash, actually. Niki Lauda was known for being a driver who avoided unnecessary risk and was as safe as possible in such a dangerous sport. Once Niki Lauda had retired from Formula One racing, he continued working for Formula One teams and helped improve safety measures for future drivers and races. Lauda's efforts, along with other drivers, led to new safety measures for the tracks, vehicles, and even the emergency response teams that weren't there for him on the day that he crashed. Later in his life, Niki Lauda also funded 2 airline companies, which maintained a great safety record until one malfunction resulted in a crash where, unfortunately, 224 people died. Lauda went on to assist greatly in the investigation of the crash, and this resulted in a change being made to the Boeing 767 thrust reverser system. Even after all of his contributions to Formula One, Niki Lauda continued to look after and care for the safety of others. Niki Lauda knew firsthand just how dangerous Formula One was, but he stayed with it as long as he could. And his greatest attribute, besides his driving skills, was his ability to know when to quit for his own safety and for others. Thank you.